I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Moreau Pendant. This is the 137655. A lot of details to go over. Let's talk about the height of the fixture body, and that's going to be that bottom part with the shade, independent of what it's hanging from, and that's coming in at 10.4 inches tall. And then it's going to be 42 inches left to right. That's the length. And then the depth of it is coming in at 10 inches. Overall height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture, which is going to be the bottom of that decorative stuff, all the way to the ceiling. It's going to give you a pretty good range. You can start off at 16.1 at its shortest and go to 58.1 at its longest as standard product. Now we do custom lengths, so if you want this to be much longer than 58 inches coming down, and we can do like all the way to a two-story, like pretty far up. Drop me a quick email, say you're looking at the 137655, and tell me the exact number, not a range, but an exact number of what you're looking for, and I can get a quote for you. Adds just a little bit of time and money, but we do it every day. It's not a big deal. Okay, so it's canopy up on the ceiling, 15.5 inches by 5 inches, and it is 22 pounds, so it's not that heavy. Let's talk about what it's going to be hanging from. So, and a good way to start off with that is to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say, click here for installations, instructions, PDF. Open that up for me. It is going to show you basically the installation chart. It's going to show you all these pages. It's going to show you a list of all your little parts. It's going to show you how to put it together, which is very simple. It's going to show you some good schematic drawings of things going on with this. So like above the decorative part on the bottom and underneath the shade basically and kind of hiding inside, there's a frosted glass diffuser, so you don't look up and see the bulbs. They're going to be hidden from you. On the top of this is actually a perforated metal grill, and that's going to act as a diffuser as well. So let's say you're up on a second story or coming down a stairway, you're not going to be able to see the sockets set up, so it's good to see that too. So it's nice to use these installations instructions pages because they show you so much information, as well as the canopy information and what that looks like and how it goes over your 4-inch junction box. This is what you guys have on your ceiling. It's going to be using the system of connected rods that Hubbardton Forge has, and you're going to be getting 6 of the 12. You're going to get, what else do we have here? We have 2 of the 3-inch, which is this guy, right here, right there, and then you've got 2 of the 6. You'll notice on that page there's a chart, and that chart is going to show you what combinations of these pipes you're going to use to get to those overall heights that are listed there. And you'll notice there's threading on this side, there's threading on that side. These are going to come with these little threaded pieces that are called connectors. And basically what you're going to do is once you figured out which pipes you're going to be using for you, you're going to probably take a table and put maybe a blanket on it or something. The part that has the sockets and the decorative element, you're going to put down at one end. You're not putting the shade on until the very end, so just wait on that. But you're going to be laying out your little parts. So you're going to put them out, and then you're going to put those wires through those little parts one by one. So through a connector, through a part, through a connector, through a pipe, and then you're going to exit that canopy up on the top. And then you're just going to put it together like this. And you'll notice, we'll put this one on first, and then we'll do this one next. You'll notice when you screw these together, they're going to go in super tight, which is the nice thing about them. And the engineering on these things is pretty incredible. So you barely even see a line on there. It's very, very faint. It's awesome and good to go. Okay, so moving on from there, why don't we talk about a couple other quick things. You're going to put that frosted glass diffuser on a little later too, and that's going to be noted there as well. This is slope ceiling adaptable in one direction to 45 degrees. If you're using this on a slope, really important to touch base with me through an email. Show me what you've got going on so I can kind of walk you through if it's going to work or not in your application. Now, as far as what's going on inside of this, you are going to be having, you'll notice in those drawings again, you've got 4 of these medium base sockets. Very simple light bulb. We all grew up with this. And these are going to be on their side. So you've got kind of like this way, this way, this way, this way. And they just basically screw in the bulbs. There's nothing special about it, which is nice because it means that it's going to be easy for you to get these bulbs. Recommended bulb size is an A19. We all grew up with that, and that's what these guys are. These are LEDs, but you can use incandescent bulbs in this if you want to. You've got 4 sockets, and you can use up to 4 60-watt bulbs for incandescent if you want to, but I don't think you need to. I think you can basically get some really great LEDs right. Obviously, they're everywhere now. It's all we use, really. So this is going to be your regular old school LED, and then this is going to be the new phosphorus LEDs. They have little lines in them, and you can get these anywhere. I can get these at my grocery store in Vermont, Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Amazon, any of those places. Easy to find. So as far as what you can put into these, I have found these bulbs easily 60 watt equivalent, and remember you've got 4 sockets, 75 watt equivalent. I've even found them at 100 watt equivalent. We actually use 100 watt equivalent bulbs in this fixture in our showroom, so it's good to go. Now, the color of the light coming out of these, are going to offer these to you in different types. 2700 Kelvin, that's that super yellow light. They're also going to offer these to you in something called daylight, which sounds like it should be a warm light, but it's not. That's that kind of bluish white hospital waiting room light, overcast day. That's 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on the Kelvin scale. And it'll tell you on the box, there's a little chart with a little tiny arrow that'll kind of show you where it is on that scale for what you're looking at. What we like to use in our showroom is 3,000 Kelvin. That's warm white, soft white. Mimics that nice warm light. That's what's coming down from these LEDs above me. These are 3,000 Kelvin, warm white, soft white. And that kind of gives me the feeling of an incandescent bulb from long ago. Also, it's a dimmable fixture. So if you want to go up to those 400 watt equivalent bulbs, that's not a problem. Just make sure it tells you right on that box or online that it's a dimmable bulb, and you want to talk to your installer and tell them that you're using dimmable LEDs. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. In those same red tabs, you're going to see a What's on Display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.